Colin from Portsmouth is on the line. Hello,
I am
Colin.
disgusted, Anthony. Absolutely disgusted with what Elon Musk has done to Twitter.
Well, I didn't know you were on Twitter, Colin.
Oh, I go on to see what people like me are thinking so that I can think the same thing. But
Right.
it's gone massively downhill since that bloke took over.
I thought you'd be in your element, Colin, with this new
Everyone
Twitter.
on there agrees with me now. It's terrible.
Right.
I post something provocative that I haven't thought through and don't believe anyway, and instead of people pointing out that I'm a bigot, I get a load of morons nodding their heads. What kind of social media platform's that?
But isn't it about owning the libs, Colin?
But once you've owned them and they've left to masturbate or whatever
Mastodon.
it is...
Mastodon.
Yeah, whatever. Then you've got nothing more to eat, have you? If you don't grow wheat, Anthony, you don't have bread in the winter. And what Elon Musk has done has bought $44 billion worth of Hovis White Sliced and said, here you are, lads, stick that in the fridge and when it's gone, it's gone.
Who puts bread in the
I
fridge?
am begging you, Musk, put Twitter back to how it was. If I wanted to hear people that agreed with me, I'd stay at my local.
Well, you're banned
And
from your local.
Also
Yeah.
begging you, Elon Musk, unban me from my local.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anthony, thanks for having me on. Love to the family.
Love to the family, Colin. Love to the family.
I like Sam Back 69 though. She can stay.
Yeah, I think she might be a porn bot, Colin.
That's a shame. We've had some lovely chats.
All right, you guys probably remember the left-wing collective meltdown over Elon Musk buying Twitter a couple of years back. And while that was insane, it opened up a market for left-wingers who wanted a similar experience to the Twitter that they had previous to Elon Musk's ownership and changing the name to X. So they created a new social media page that's similar. It works similar as I've only been on it for a few seconds, but as far as I can tell, it's very similar to X or what was Twitter, and it's called Blue Sky. All of the, well, I should say a whole lot of the left wing had migrated away from X last year when Blue Sky, I think it was last year when Blue Sky opened, and a whole lot of the Democrats left and libs migrated over to Blue Sky only to come back and pound their propaganda into X when we came up close to the election. Well, if you haven't been on Blue Sky, it's been a running joke that you can go get banned quickly on Blue Sky. You know, they ban dissenting voices very quickly, much like Twitter did before Elon Musk bought it. But apparently yesterday, JD Vance, I think it was yesterday from what I can tell, but JD Vance opened an account on X and on Blue Sky and was banned within seconds, which happens to a lot of conservative voices. They go on and introduce themselves and are reported immediately and banned. So I thought this was hilarious. It's fascinating to see even the vice president, the platform, not really the people. I'm not surprised at all by the people who use the platform, but that the platform would ban the vice president right out. But anyhow, I found an article about this. I just want to share it with you guys. I thought it was pretty good. Okay, so this is Post Millennial, and I'll put a link to this down in the comments. Blue Sky bans JD Vance minutes after VP joins platform, later reinstates him. So I don't know if it was bots because he probably got a shit ton of reports about complaints, and the bots probably banned him, and then he came back. But it's funny. I saw a video the other day where somebody made a joke video where his whole goal was to go on there and try to get banned within the shortest amount of time, and he ended up, I can't remember, it was like an hour or something he was on there. It was a funny video. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll try to put a link to that in the comments, but it was pretty hilarious. Vice President JD Vance had his Blue Sky account suspended on Wednesday, just minutes after making his first post on the platform. The vice president's account was later restored to the platform shortly after joining the social media site. Vance made a satirical introductory post. Hello, Blue Sky, I've been told. This app has become the place to go for common sense political discussion and analysis. I'm so thrilled to be here to engage with all of you. The message was an overt jab at the platform's reputation for censorship of right-leaning content, and it does. Like I said, I haven't been banned, but I just went on there and looked around. I haven't ever posted. I don't think I've posted anything on there. I just created an account to go see what it was. Accompanying his post was a screenshot of the recent Supreme Court decision that upheld state bans on transgender medical procedures. If you aren't aware of that, go check out my video from yesterday. I made a video about that. That was a victory for sane, reasoning Americans all around. Well, go check out my video. I'll put a link in the comments, and there'll be a tag at the end. Vance continued in a thread, writing, "To the end, I found Justice Thomas's concurrence on medical care for transgender youth quite illuminating. He urges that many of our so-called experts have used bad arguments and substandard science to push experimental therapies on our youth." That is absolutely true. Okay, just set up my page on Blue Sky. I hope to see you guys there. I'm not going to go through that, but we're just going to go through this article. I might add that many of those scientists are receiving substantial resources from Big Pharma to push these medicines on kids. What do you think? Vance asked. Just minutes after the post went live, screenshots began circulating on other platforms showing that Vance's Blue Sky account had been suspended. While the exact reason for the suspension was not immediately stated, his account was later reinstated and the original post remains visible. I think what happened there likely is he went on there and so many people flooded it with dislikes or complaints about content they didn't like. Not really dangerous content, but to the left, words are violence. So they really want to isolate themselves from any other view or aspect of politics besides their own bubble. It seems they don't want to hear any other dissenting or confrontational voices, and nothing to contradict what they say. That's been my experience with them for sure. Okay, so here's the original post. Eric Daugherty puts up here, Blue Sky suspends JD Vance accounts minutes after his first post. he probably did get the record. I told you about the video earlier, somebody trying to get a suspension record. JD Vance probably got it. I don't know. Blue Sky, a left-wing alternative for X, has drawn criticism for its moderation practices, particularly from conservative users who say the platform suppresses dissenting viewpoints. The site's community guidelines prohibit harassment or abuse against individuals or groups, including content based on gender identity. Okay, so here we have literally a Supreme Court decision was something that the users of Blue Sky, the liberals, Democrats, and leftists over there don't even want to hear to them that is violence. The law, the truth, and base reality is scary violence, it seems. But anyhow, I ran across that article. I thought it was I hadn't heard that he had opened a Blue Sky account and got banned so quickly. So this was the first I heard of it, was this article. And I thought it was funny. I wanted to jump on and share it with you guys real quick. I'll try to get a couple more videos out later. If you're interested in the one I put out yesterday about the Supreme Court decision, go check it out. I'll put a link in the comments, and I'll put a tag at the end of this video. And if you got anything from this, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Thanks.